Welcome to Wisdom Snippets for this week. My name is Peter, and it's my pleasure to come your way with another edition of Wisdom Snippets. Now, this week I want to talk to us about how we handle knowledge or information. We tend to talk so much about getting knowledge, about acquiring relevant information, and that is very important. But what is often not talked about is how to apply knowledge or how to apply information correctly. That as much as it is important to acquire knowledge, to acquire relevant information, how you actually handle or how you process this information is even more important, because information or knowledge not correctly applied is still the same thing as foolishness, is still foolishness. In fact, I say information abuse or misuse and ignorance and foolishness are actually allies. They are close companions. So the fact, for example, that you have got so much information or you have knowledge about a particular aspect of life does not necessarily mean you should go about showing off that you know. The fact that you have maybe spiritual knowledge, spiritual insight into something does not necessarily mean you should go ahead and just say it, right? So what I'm saying in essence is you can be convincing, but also be cautious. You can learn to add caution to your knowledge or to the information that you have, but that does not necessarily mean you should not speak when you need to speak or you should be timid. So I say being cautious does not necessarily mean you have to be timid, and being confident does not necessarily mean you should be reckless or foolish. Being cautious does not mean being timid, and being confident does not mean being reckless. A person can be confident and respectful to others, respect their views, respect their rights to privacy, respect their rights to their own free will to make their own decisions and all that. So you can actually be confident and be humble with what you know. You can be confident and be respectful of others. You can exercise self-control. You can have self-control with knowledge. You can have self-control with conviction. You don't always have to show what you know. Neither do you always have to prove that you know. In fact, most of the time, if a person needs to always prove or show that they know, it is actually a sign of inferiority complex. It's a sign of insecurity. So my admonition to you this week is that you can actually learn to exercise caution with conviction. Add caution to what you know. Add caution in applying knowledge, in disseminating information or sharing knowledge. Add discretion to knowledge. Add sensitivity to counsel that you give out. Add sensitivity before you open your mouth, and add sense to heart. In other words, don't just pour out your heart without consulting your sense. Do not just pour out your heart without consulting your sense. That means always ask within yourself, always think twice before you share what you know or before you show that you know. That way you can actually avoid many problems, many challenges in life, because generally speaking, people get into trouble more for what they say than what they do not say. So what I'm saying is add discretion to knowledge. And in the Bible, Proverbs 15:2, it says, the lips of the wise uses knowledge correctly. So we can actually use knowledge correctly, and that is the choice of the wise. I hope that has inspired you this morning. Thank you for tuning in, and remember, your success in life is too sure with God. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.